In September, BayTV Liverpool followed a group of volunteers from Merseyside as they embarked on a journey to aid the humanitarian crisis happening just 27 miles from the British shore. It's estimated that over 2,500 groups of volunteers in the UK have donated their time and resources to helping migrants in Calais. This group, MerseyAid, filled 2 vans and 5 cars with public donations with the intention of donating it to those in need in the migrant camps. This is a story of what they learned and experienced from their time in the jungle. UK immigration law makes it near impossible for non-European citizens to enter the country without a visa, for which you need money and must satisfy strict criteria. Unless you're already in the country on a visa, you can't claim asylum from abroad. This means migrants aiming to claim asylum must enter the country illegally. It's estimated that there are on average 300 attempts a night by migrants to cross the Channel.
My name's Jenna Rourke. I'm from the Wirral, and basically we're over here today to help with the refugees that are in Calais. This is my team of people that we brought with us to help. So a few weeks ago there was a photograph that came up on my news feed that was of the bloke who just got off the boat with his child, and he was really emotional and obviously really distraught, and there was a lot of people arguing about we should push him back, and it just broke my heart thinking that people were talking about other people like that. So I joined a group on Facebook that was about helping the refugees around the world, and from there somebody mentioned that there wasn't a group for Liverpool or the Wirral to help collect stuff, so I set one up, and within a few hours we had hundreds of people, and then it went to thousands of people, and it became me and my backpack to me and this lot all on a journey to help over here. So the journey's been quite a tricky one because things change on a daily basis. After the photograph, the horrific one of the little boy found on the beach, I think it opened up everyone's hearts that we need to help these people. So on a daily basis, we've been asking for things like food, clothes, jackets, tents, that kind of stuff. But because everyone else across the world has also been donating stuff, the need to change things on a daily basis has also occurred. And obviously with the weather conditions changing as well, that's affected what they need in the camp. So basically we had a big donation drive. People have dropped clothes, tents, food, various different places across the Wirral and Liverpool. And then last weekend at BayTV we did a mass sort, got all the items together, and we've now packed up 3 vans, I think 5 cars, with people and with various bits and pieces, from bikes to tents to shoes, some great food bags, and now we're here ready to distribute.
Local charity Le Berge des Migrants coordinates British donations as they come into Calais.
I am Philly and I'm from London, and I am here. I came out because I originally started volunteering for an organisation called Help Calais, which was started by Dawn Porter and 2 of her good friends. I saw on social media that they were requesting for volunteers to come to help out in their Finchley depot. So I went down there, I was helping out, sorting all the donations, and became a bit of a sort of shift manager there. And then there was the opportunity to come to Calais to kind of work out what was going to be done with all the great funds that they'd been raising, and how we could actually really be using the money on the ground, and also how we could be channeling the huge volumes of volunteers who had been coming forward and saying they wanted to come and help and come out to Calais and were willing to spend time. So I came here a week and a half ago, and have have just sort of settled into it, basically. Now working here at the warehouse with Auberge des Migrants, who are one of the organisations who've been on the ground in Calais working with refugees for many, many years. So Help Calais, we're very much supporting them and everything they do, just by providing some funding and all the volunteers we can, basically. We've been receiving huge volumes of donations, and we are now asking people, at least temporarily, to hold back on the physical donations. The things that because we've received so many, at least for the moment, because things can change, more people can come, we might get through everything we have, which is a vast quantity, but it is still possible. We also would like to look into potentially moving some things to elsewhere in Europe where they're needed, but again, that will require some further discussion and seeing what's needed and where. But yeah, so for the moment, the main focuses are, one, volunteers who are just coming forward in their droves, and it's so essential for us to be able to keep processing everything we've got going on here. And and we're developing quite a nice volunteer programme, sort of on our feet as we go, and also funds for the project of building shelters for the at least 2,000 people who currently are living just in tents, some in kind of tiny little pop-up festival tents, one skin. So that's very much our next project, and that will kick in within the next week. We've already got some prototypes being built. They need to be temporary structures, but they need to be reasonably well insulated. You need to be able to have some kind of heating inside them, and they're built on a foundation of pallets. But it's going to be a big project because we need to have shelters built for everyone by December, or people are just going to get really ill because it will get very, very cold.
Following the drop-off of donations, the group headed into camp to experience firsthand the reality of life in the jungle. The current camp at Chemin de Dune was started in April, after the previous site was bulldozed. The camp has been in Calais in some shape or form for over 8 years. Most people in the camp are aged between 18 and 35 and are usually educated and previously had well-paid jobs. However, due to changes in regime or devastation by war, they have been forced to flee their country for their own safety. During our time in the jungle, we met many families and young children alone in the main camp, as more and more migrants arrived each day, and more families are making a home in the camp. Whilst being shown around the vast camp, we discreetly captured some of the difficult conditions residents face on a daily basis, as well as some of the positive aspects of the community, like a church, mosque and library.
These are the toilets, and this is what I'm pissed off about. Like, when I got home, I did a 3-day one-woman army campaign to Solidarities International, because whereas the cleaning the toilets, I'm like, that's not going to cut it, mate, And then everybody was like, oh, it's been sorted. I'm like, it hasn't been sorted though, has it? So I went mental. It's terrible. And I just toilet paper to wash themselves. And it's just an absolute shambolic mess in there. I'm going on about the toilets again, sorry. I'll see you in a bit, okay? I'll come later. These are the showers also. Sorry.
That's the shower in there?
Shower stalls, yeah. Sorry.
So is that a church, is it?
Yes, this is a church. I don't know if it's open. No, I'll show you the mosque as well. Do you want to see the library? Yeah. Do you want to see the library? Well, I'll see you right here. It's like a proper little community. It's lovely. They're burning the rubbish though as well, which is nice. This is a church. It's amazing when you think what they did. I mean, I was blown away the first time I got here.
It's incredible.
It is. They've done so much with so little as well, and very limited resources. Amazing. This is Jungle Books.
Jungle Books. Love it. I love it.
Here's the map of the jungle. So it's like you've got this Jules Ferry, you've got the shower on the phone change, you've got the school, the art school for the adults, and this is the library where we're at now. This is where the police are. I'll show you down there where the police are. The doctor's station's down at the bottom as well, and there's more toilets here, you see. But
are the police official points?
Pardon?
Are the police official points?
The police.
Did you say the police?
The police, yeah, the hang at the side there to basically pen them in. It's absolutely horrible, man.
Tell me about the toilets.
These 3 toilets, more than 10 days ago, these toilets had broken, and it's flooding down here into the water supply, the main water supply where people wash themselves. It's a big sanitation problem. There's also a shop here, like a place here, where they're not where it's all there. And I've been digging. We've been digging, me and my mates and that, we've been digging to try and get rid of the silage, but it just keeps coming out because they keep using the toilets. We've cornered them off and everything, and they're still using them because there's nowhere else for them to go.
Rubbish and waste is a growing problem on camp, and the clean-up is heavily reliant on volunteers who donate their time, bin bags and trucks to take away waste. We spoke to one volunteer who comes down from Belgium every weekend to help.
Life in the camp here is a disaster because the French government do nothing, only send the police to destroy everything. Last Monday they have put the bulldozers into the tents, the papers, original passports, the immigration papers, everything is gone from these people over there. About 100 people have nothing anymore. They have tried to get new tents over here because you see, 2 weeks ago was nothing over there. She were all moved over here and over there, but it becomes a catastrophe because the people don't see a solution for the problems.
And more people are coming every day, so
every day more people come, and every day people want to try to get on the train, to get on the boat, and every week are people killed.
So is it everyone's aim to get to the UK? Does everyone want to get to the UK?
Most of it. Yeah, over there you have a tent of Sudan. I give them this morning garbage bags, I ask them to help me. She come and do it. If she have the material, she clean it up, but if she don't have anything, you cannot do anything. She put a fire on it because she don't want to see it anymore.
Is rubbish a real problem for you?
Yes, that is a real problem because the French police gonna close everything. If it come more and more garbage, she's gonna close everything. She's gonna come with a bulldozer and put everything down. And that I don't want to. Everybody is a human, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. We are humans, and clean it up together and make something of it. I am afraid that most of the children here in the winter time, it is very cold, gonna be ill, very ill and die here. And that I don't want. I lose my son, and I know what it is to live like that. It breaks my heart.
In September, BayTV Liverpool followed a group of volunteers from Merseyside as they embarked on a journey to aid the humanitarian crisis happening just 27 miles away from British shores in Calais. Following dropping off of donations at the warehouse, the group helped with a clean-up effort on camp before attempting to distribute donations to those in need.
And you'll tell us how you found the experience so far. We're halfway through the day now.
So far it's been quite emotive. There's a number of people who obviously need help and support, but I think that their stories, a lot of them are doctors and teachers, and it's amazing to see people who are successful in life. You never picture them to be in this situation. I think that's the thing that has hit me most, that there's people from all walks of life all put in a position where they need help and support from the rest of the world. It's a worldwide problem, and I think everyone should be helping.
The experience for us guys has been a lot different than we imagined. It seems to be a lot calmer. The weather seems to be getting hotter and hotter, and there isn't much shade in the jungle. We're suffering a bit in the heat cleaning, so I can't imagine how it must be for them sleeping outside. We've got a lot of sleeping bags now, and we're going to go and see if there are any people who need sleeping bags or tents.
And how have you found the migrants while we've been there?
Very optimistic, making jokes, asking for cans of Coke, and a lot of them speak amazing English, which is just fantastic. I've spoken to a few from Sudan who speak 5-6 languages, which is, wow, amazing.
Yeah, cleaning up and stuff, it seems getting a bit productive. The more productive people are, then the better, yeah. But it's still quite a bad situation, isn't it? Yeah, it's not brilliant. Nobody wants to be in that situation. No, not at all. And it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better any soon either. It looks like there's a lot of work and a lot of months and a lot of hours and hard work by a lot of people to be put in.
Well, we've been helping with the big clean-up. There's a lot of rubbish around the camp, I think, because there's no organisation regarding the rubbish clean-up and everything like that. So we're just getting rubbish into bags and trying to get it to a point where the French will come and collect the rubbish.
After a chaotic and busy afternoon distributing and then organising at the warehouse, the group headed into Calais town centre to reflect on the day's experiences.
Right, okay, so we're now in the middle of Calais. We've been at the camp and the warehouse since about 9 o'clock this morning, and we've just come in now to have something to eat, all regroup and discuss what's happened today. Today's been really emotional. This morning we started off in the warehouse, sort of felt a little bit uneasy when we first went in. There'd been a bit of change of management overnight. No one really knew that we were coming despite all our best plans. We split into two. Some of us went into the camp, some of us have stayed at the warehouse and helped get things sorted. So they've managed to put real inroads now into the warehouse to start getting things moving in there. And the rest of us went into the camp to actually start distributing and talking to people and the bit of the clean up. You know what, when we first walked into the camp, there was a bloke on the right hand side, and I don't think I'll ever forget him. And he offered us straight away. We walked in, he was like, come and have breakfast, come and eat with me. And you sort of think, these people have got nothing, and yet we rock up and clearly we've eaten, and they're offering us very little that they have. I don't think you can sum up the camp in words. It's just the jungle. It really is. It's bedlam. It's like being on an 18 to 30s holiday. It's just madness. There's people running around, people cleaning their clothes, people having a wash, loads of campsites everywhere. There's a bar, there's restaurants, there's shops that are fully stacked. It's just like a campsite in disarray.
What advice would you give people back home if you're bringing stuff to distribute?
If you're bringing stuff to distribute, bring it in boxes. Find out what size boxes they have in the warehouse, because it makes life so much easier for stacking it for them. Label everything and stack it in sizes. So you're better off sending a half full box of small t-shirts than you are sending a box of mixed small, medium and large t-shirts.
But there need to be specific sizes
per
box.
Specific sizes, so a box of large, box of small, box of trousers that are size 28. You know, bag up the shoes separately, put a label on them with the European sizes on it. They don't understand 7. And when people are telling you, I need a 42, and you're thinking, oh, what's a 42 in English? It's got to all be labelled and organised. We thought we were organised. We were nowhere near as organised as we needed to be. And I think that's a massive learning curve for anyone who's going over.
So where do we go from here? Are we coming back to Calais another time?
Well, I must admit, after today, I've felt really deflated. I feel like I've dragged the team into disarray. I felt like I was being looked at to guide people and I couldn't offer the guidance that was needed. And me and my husband have sat down and said, no, we're never coming back. There's no need. Let's think of what we can do in Liverpool to help people, why everyone wants to give so much. After sitting with Claire Mosley, who's now working on the camp, we actually feel a bit more upbeat. We know that there's plenty of space in the warehouse for more stuff. We know that they just need to get the stuff that they don't need out. Claire's also now trying to distribute to other places in Europe, so we're happy with that. And we need to just keep the push on, but we need to deliver what we need over here and not stuff that isn't needed. So the plan is to get the councils on board in Liverpool and the Wirral, to actually start to provide a location where we can store stuff in England and bring it over here properly. So yes, we will be back. It's just a matter of when.
My name's Claire Mosley. I've been working with the local French charity here at Auberge de Migrants. I've been trying to coordinate some of the UK donations that have been coming in and the UK volunteers. Day-to-day life there is hectic. We're working towards having a lot more systems in place, but at the moment it really is firefighting and emergency management. But the UK people that we have coming in are just fantastic. We have different skills and loads of enthusiasm coming in every day, and it's just brilliant. People come in every day with ideas, and things just get better all the time. The common misconceptions. We have women and children here, but not so many. Probably less than 10% of the population is women and children, and yet what we do find is that women and children stuff is what the public most want to donate. So what that means is that generally we have plenty of stuff for women and children. What we need really is young men's stuff, because we get less of that and yet we have more of them. People have been panicking a bit recently because they think the warehouse is full. I don't really think it's as bad as that. I think it's just that it's a bit of an overreaction. A warehouse, by its nature, things come in and go out every day. Obviously the point is to get the things out and get them to the people, not to keep them in the warehouse. So, you know, even if things stop coming in for like 3 days, I think the warehouse would be empty. So if you're not used to running a business, then it might seem overwhelming, but it's not overwhelming. We can handle it. We need your help, and it's really great that we're getting it, but we need it to carry on. And if we get too much stuff, we'll send it to Dunkirk or we'll send it to Hungary. But you know, we need to just not panic, to keep going, keep managing it, and it will be fine.
What made you want to come to Calais and do this kind of work?
It was very simple. I sat at home and I saw the news and I just sat there and I cried, and I could get here, so I came because I had to, because these are just people in trouble. They are not migrants. That is just not true. They are refugees. I hear their stories every day and their stories are awful. They are fleeing torture, they are fleeing persecution. I could tell you so many awful stories that just break my heart every day. They're not coming here in search of benefits. They're certainly not coming here in search of aid. You do not go through the hell that they have been through just for something as paltry as that. They're just normal people that are in trouble, and if you have any humanity in you, we have to help them because they really, really need it.
There's a lot of fun in the camp, there's a lot of family values, there's some beautiful people with some amazing souls, and I feel privileged to have met them, because it just touches you. I think for me, what I'll take back from this is I want my children, Harry, 13, and Olivia, 10, to watch everything I've documented and that Beth and Tom have documented over this weekend, and let them take stock and realise that I don't just tell them how lucky they are really are lucky, and they really are royalty compared to the kids over there.